Okay, I just hit record. Hello, welcome to Killer Pro IT, guys, where I'm going to teach you all of my overpowered builds. This is a class I mainly use. Long as I keep on healing my ally, I can keep on regenerating healing grenades. Now take this for example. Long as I keep on generating my friend here. Now as you can see, he's getting clawed. All I need to do is keep on healing my teammates and I can keep on recharging my friend. This is another class I built for warlock. Long as I keep on regenerating my friend and keep on using the Lumina, which will actually break this gun. Now as you can see, I'm shooting my teammate. This is how it works. Now to exactly get the Lumina's thing, apparently I need to exactly now you can see I just gained restoration when I revived an ally. Now, as long as I keep on healing my teammate with the Lumina, it allows me to regenerate stuff. Now, with the Lumina, you need to get aim plus kill. Once you kill something while aiming down sights with the Lumina hand cannon, you'll pick up these orbs. Now, as you see my bottom left screen, this is actually my overpowered healing build. If you can shoot them while I do this, it'll be fine. Now, to heal your teammates, you have to use hip fire without aiming. And as you can see, that's my healing class. Now, to get those orbs, it's almost like the Thorn Pistol, where you have to kill something, grab these little specks. Now, you see my bottom left screen, I'm going to heal my teammate right here. And then we have the ultimate ability. Whoever's in this thing cannot be damaged one bit. I'm going to let these little dickheads melee me all they want. Come on, guys, can you hit us? Come on, hit us. And also move forward or they're going to push you back. Oh, wow, you guys can't do it. Ah, wow, you guys can't kill me. Come on, I'm lonely. Can you guys claw me? Not. And that is the healing class. Now we're going to move on to my strand class, everyone. This is a fun little thing about my strand class. Like I said, I'll show you my stats and abilities real quick. As you can see, most of my build, which all of them I should say, has basically discipline and what's it called? Resilience up to 100. Damage reduction. Now, most of my armor was from Season of Wish. The starting stat was probably above at least 23 for each. Resilience and discipline. To get armor stats like this, you have to trade it over and over at your vendor, and that's it. Now, these are my healing builds right here. We have Wells of Radiance. We have the Healing Rift right here. I'm going to hover over this thing for just a couple seconds on each perk. Celestial Fire is a far range I would recommend for most classes of the Warlock. But if you want to use short range, use Incendiary Snap. Make sure you guys have Healing Grenade and have the Touch of Flame. And then have the Healing Heat Rises, which allows you to consume your stuff. Now, as for fragments, you want to put these 4 fragments right here. This will go best with the Lumina and this combined. Now, as for the Lumina, these are basically the perks of the hand cannon. Basically, I don't have like the thing right now, but it says when I do get it, it says gain 2 remnants per blow. So if I were to kill the gremlins, I get 2 remnants, which is the white orb that allowed me to heal players. Fortunately, I can only do it now. And then we have the healing gun rifle, which is part of the new DLC, Final Shape. If you guys get this and get it crafted, it's basically one of the most overpowered healing rifles out there, or weapons, as to say, because we have this, dealer's choice. And then, not last but not least, if you put these artifacts, perks inside your menu called Winning Hand, and then let me find it. Let me see. Just have Winning Hand, you can constantly regen people. Now, let's move on to let me go to my Strand class. First of all, now let's pull it up. Now, about this build, one, I would say you guys need the Swarmers, which is actually a very good boot. But let's start off showing you my perks of the Strand class. I would say use healing because it is best to always keep your allies or your teammates healed. Yes, if people are in the empowering you, if they gain damage, it's your choice which one to do. You can do any of these ones right here, but follow my instructions. Put the Threadling Grenade, put Weaver's Call, then put Wanderer, and then from that point, use Threadling to Reburst, use the Thread of Evolution, which will increase damage and make them go further distance. Be warned about the generation. As you can see, if I take it off, it gives me 10 more. The problem with that, once you put Thread of Generation, yes, you can generate grenade energy as long as you cause damage. It'll just cost you F10 less. So make sure your discipline is always up to 110. Put that on, and then it'll become 100. Then we have Thread of Transmutation. This is that tangle effect, which cause homing little needles that attack them. Now, about my gun from the Season of Defiant, you technically don't need this gun. You just need a strand weapon with the perk of Demolition Enhanced. Once you put this together with your fragments, this will allow you to generate grenade energy non-stop. For example, let's just kill these guys to show you what I mean. Let's gain some Threadlings, please. Thank you, you damn gremlins. As you can see, my bottom left of my screen, I'm generating grenade energy every time I get a final blow with this gun. Not to mention, I keep on generating damage combined. As long as I keep on dealing damage and getting final blows with this rifle, I can keep on generating grenade energy. Now watch for this guy right here. Now, as you see in my generate grenade energy, keeps on taking effect. Long as I cause constant damage, we can keep on doing this. Now, let's just wait until these little bastards come all ganging up with friends. Let's wait till their allies come by, and I'll show you guys this. Come on, crawl up to your friends. Come on, guys. Okay, here we go. Now, as you can see, there's a lot more. I'm going to keep on killing these guys, and as you can see, I'm dealing constant grenade energy. Now, what the Weaver's Call does, Weaver's Call is that little fish stuff. Now, about the other Mind Spawn, this is what this does. It basically strings them up. Oh, I guess it doesn't. Mainly for heavy duty guys, it'll actually string them up by strings. This is actually my Threadling Generate Grenade build. This build allows you to throw grenades constantly. Not to mention, as soon as you do this, they'll get stringed up. Let me get someone near so I can get them not damaged. Okay, I guess it doesn't work on them, but yeah. As long as you cause grenade energy, this will allow you to do it. Now, about the Gravitron Lance, it's not technically required, but I would say it's one I would recommend for the Strand class. Because you can constantly generate grenade energy, because one, it doesn't do that, but with the Strand build I showed you, long as I cause damage, I can keep on getting grenade energy. This great combo is another good combo to generate Threadlings. As you can see, I keep on generating more stuff even though I use this. Now about the super class, this is where it gets broken. Hey gremlins, can you call on your best friends please? I need some test subjects. Come on, bring your friends. Alright, let's play tag. Tag, you're it. This part allows me to generate grenade energy, not to mention spam thread lanes just long as I have that super. Now you can increase this with spawning orbs of power with the damage boost, or you can use the holster perks on the armor. Now normally my grenade cooldown is every 1 minute. As you can see, I can do it more because I can constantly generate stuff. What holster does is basically a perk on your feet armor that is allow you to reload without having it in your hand. People say like damage is more worth it. I'd rather use holster perks because if you listen closely when I fire this, so I'm going to waste all of my ammo much as possible. And as you can see, my ammo's gone. Listen closely. And now I have 12 ammo. Long as I have these holster perks, I can keep on reloading with it just not in my hand. This combo I use for every one of my classes and very much worth it. Next up on the list is my shock and run and gun class. One, you will need the getaway artist. There are ways to get these exotic weapons and armors as you see. I would recommend doing Vanguard if possible because it is the easiest way to gain exotic engrams, because yes, you can mix and match by doing, let's say you guys do 2 Vanguards and then you do basically 2 Crucibles. All you need is to win 3 times on thing. Now if you do this strategy Crucible, if you lose the match it won't count. I would recommend players doing this on Vanguard, so once you complete 3 Vanguards or 3 Nightfalls, it's your choice, you have this. Now if you actually want to hop down, my friend, you can have a bubble shield too. Now with this ability you can give your allies a little bubble shield that floats over the thing. Now about the getaway artist, this is where the technique comes in. I can just run around and speed up my boost. Now normally I don't run this fast with the jolt. It's only running fast because this assault rifle that was for Season of the Deep, you can now use this on exactly, get this from the tower. Now I'm going to switch my rifle and run around normally without to show you the difference of the speed. Okay, so let's switch this to the Gravitron Lance. As you can see, now I have the Gravitron Lance not equipped. I'm going to consume this jolt and run around. As you can see, it's a bit less. It's not that fast. But the gun allows you to speed up a tiny bit more than usual. And this is actually my build for the shock class. Let me review this. Now as you can see, like I said, resilience and that it combined is already maxed out. So again on the list we have, these are the perks and supers. The supers don't matter one bit. You can choose which one you want. It's just the damage build I have set. First up on the list, you need Healing Rift whatsoever for every class. Strafe Jump, I would say more worth it. It is slightly a pain in the ass because let's say I'm trying to jump on a cliff. I press it too late. Yes, I can gain height if I tap it instantly. But let's say, for example, I want to actually go somewhere. Will be a problem because, one, as you see, I'm losing altitude. To use Strafe Jump, you have to literally Press it while running. And these are the fragments and perks I'm using. You guys would probably need the storm grenade. That is one of the best grenades I recommend. Because one, you can use it for consuming that. And not to mention, you can use it for running, which is best. And then we have the aspects, which allows you to have the soul bubble thing. Arc Soul is the bubble turret that most players get. This is that jolted trace that follows teammates or you that gives you a speed boost. Then we have the fragments, which are these inside this video. Please pause the video. On each fragment I highlight and you guys can see this. Next up on the list is basically... Oh yeah, if you want to shoot them, go ahead. I'm about to put the thing down for you. Okay, have some fun. And about the bubble shield, it doesn't matter if you have Healing Rift or basically or Empowering, it'll still give you a bubble shield. And then this is what the storm grenade does. Long as anyone is in there, they get shocked. Now this one is a I call this my X-Men build because as long as I have the fingertips doing the super, I can shock whoever's near me. So yeah, that is my shock build. Maybe shock these guys. Oh. Okay. And as you just witnessed, the Graviton Lance is... Well, let's just say I got a huge giant buff, but I'll get into that later in the video at the end. Next up, we have the Void build. This Void build I would recommend using for Gambit or boss fights, or basically raids. This is actually a very decent build, because long as I have this body armor, I can keep on doing this for each of my stuff. Now, about this thing, let's see. Why did that not switch? Hold up. Okay, I thought I had the right one on. Oh, here it is. Okay, so this is actually my Void build. Now, for this build, like I said, this is recommended for Gambit and boss fights and raids, because the Vortex allows continuous damage. Now, if you add a Vortex grenade, that adds a weakened target only if you put this fragment. Now, it says weakened targets, which will minus, so if you're going to put this, it'll minus 20 discipline, so make sure your thing is at 120 if possible. As for, like I said, put a Healing Rift draft on every classes. Put the Vortex grenade with that fragment to create that. Now, this is a great combo strategy. Put the Child of Old Gods and feed the Void. This will allow you to have, like, it's almost like that bubble turret, but this is what I mean. Let's say we're in a boss fight or Gambit. Long as they're getting in there, I can cause double damage. Now, as you can see, my grenade energy is low. If I hit somebody with this, which is... There we go. Now watch closely. This will give me an overshield, as you can see my hand. Long as they're in that circle, gaining grenade stuff, I can keep on spamming my abilities. Also, this body armor allows me to gain super energy long as I use the same class. Final blows of this weapon matching your super damage type grant you super energy. Now, It also says when your energy is full, you temporarily gain bonus damage matching that type. So as the graviton lance is basically void, and it matches my super. As you can see, my left side screen, that's my super. Now, as you can see, it is basically supercharging. Long as I cause continuous void damage, I can generate super all I want. Now, as you can see, basically, I just use my super. Watch how fast it builds up when I kill these bots. With the void and grenade, plus basically my build. I'm going to use the graviton lance. Now, after a few kills, I already got 20% of super back. And it just keeps on recharging. Now, this is a great build for that, for recharging your void grenades, or super for boss fights. This would I recommend using for Gambit. Now, besides using this for this pulse rifle for the class, this is one recommendation. I would recommend using the Ostrega with a void weapon like Age-Old Bond. Like I said, void weapons will only cause you to gain grenade energy. Now, like I said, the poison gun SMG is double damage. Long as they keep on long as you cause that burst, it'll keep on stacking ammo. Now, if you put that combined against boss, let's say for example, I throw that void grenade, they have weakened target. And that's double damage long as my super's recharged. Now, if I use the void grenade, and then someone tosses like a vortex grenade for fire, if you consider it, that is 4 times the damage. Because one, I'm using poison. The other person is using fire burning grenade. I'm using weakened target. Plus the poison effect, that is basically 4 times the damage if you put it like that. Another great combo is using the Thorn. The Thorn is basically just like the Ostrega, but I think it requires Shadowkeep or Forsaken if I remember. It also does the same thing as that Lumina, but with Lumina, it's a healing gun. The pistol called the Thorn, which is in my storage, is a damage type. Now, those are great combos for the Void class. Now, let's just get on with the Void class of this rocket. Apparently, people say this is a girlish rocket launcher. It sucks ass. Technically, it's actually not. Because one, if you guys get this rocket launcher, let me just kill these guys real quickly. Let's see. Long as you actually cause damage. Now, about this thing, it's almost similar to my stasis rocket launcher. Now, when you get this rocket launcher, it'll first have void and fire damage. Now, if you get the catalyst, it adds into a triple rocket, which will cause arc damage with a triple element. This is basically what I meant about auto-tracking missiles. This is actually one of the best type of rocket launchers for exotic. Let me just turn my sensitivity up to show you guys what I mean. Where's that control unit? Okay, let's turn this up to like 7. I'm gonna go far back to show you guys what this means. Now, as for this, I'm going to aim for the guys in the back. As you can see, it automatically has a auto tracking. It can also lock on to multiple enemies. So let's say I'm locking on to the bunch in the middle, I can just do this. It'll track whoever I highlight within that short time range. It's like a triple rocket launcher packed for fun. It also has that weird fox logo that when you highlight an enemy it does an angry face, but still, this is one rocket launcher I'd recommend getting. Now let's move on to the stasis class and then the stasis prismatic. And then now, but not least, we have the stasis class. Now for this class, it allows me to have the double stasis turret. You will need Beyond Light to get this. As for the strand, you will need Lightfall. And then as for the prismatic, you will need Final Shape. But yeah, let's just get straight into this. First up, we have the stasis turret thing. Let me get them really quickly. So for this class, for stasis, you want to go to your artifacts and equip this perk called Creeper Chill. This allows you to slow down the enemies. You know, you can kill stuff if you want, it's fine. So long as I actually keep on, like, let's say I shatter somebody. Long as I keep on shattering people, I get like these little floating crystals. So for example, this crystal effect allows me to generate ability energy. Now if I shatter somebody, it allows me to gain, these crystals will allow me to generate my abilities. Now my grenade energy is basically 1 minute per grenade. And then, as you can see, my ability is super recharging. These are what I call the ultimate refresh builds. Now, about this rocket launcher, I would say people actually report me for using this because it's kind of like not fair to have. So let's say for example, this is PvP. Let's say that gremlin right in the middle is going to revive his friend. All I need to do is this. So, for example, let's say this is PvP. One of these little pricks tries to revive his friend, and there we go. Basically, it does have auto tracking, and it'll have a 3-second delay. Like I said, this rocket launcher is called the Pyramar B. And as you notice, he's standing right there, and there you go. Wait for it. Boop. And then, yep, there we go. So these are what I gave it a nickname. Every one of my classes is an ultimate refresh build. Now, as you can see, these will be basically my stasis class. First of all, we have the Healing Rift, we have the Strafe Glide like usual. You need a Cold Snap Grenade with the glove. You can use, if you don't have the glove, you can use any you want. But to have the double stasis turret, you will need the glove with Cold Snap. Now, there are a few great combos. You could put Glacier Harvest for the stasis crystal and that combine. Or you could put down the Ice Bolts. Basically, Ice Bolts, when I shatter summon, it's almost like the needle of thing on Strand, Seek Out, and freeze them. Or you can put with the Bleak Watcher of the Frost Pulse, you put down a Healing Rift or Empowering, it'll freeze them. But to build it like this for the refresh build, you need the aspect and thing called Bleak Watcher and Glacier Harvest. You need called Whisper of the Torrent. This will allow you to have frost, armor, all that combined. Whisper of Shards, which will allow you, and as you can see, these are my perks, which will cause the refresh build. Now, about Prismatic, that's another story, because I actually broke this Prismatic Stasis class. First up on the list, I think it's time for Christmas. Hi guys, can you give me my crystals? Thank you. Come on! I need those stasis crystals! Season of Joy! Time to freeze! That is one of the best classes for stasis. Now let's move on to the Prismatic Stasis. Now, I don't have everything for the Prismatic Void or Prismatic Arc Fire yet, but I did get enough materials to get the Prismatic Strand class, basically. So let's put the Prismatic class and make sure we have our favorite stasis. Now this combo I would recommend using Arcane Needle of Strand with the fire called on your aspect called Hellion. It's almost like the bubble turret for shock and like that void, but apparently it shoots bubble fires apparently. Then we have the stasis turret combined. Now if you put those combined with the fragments you see on my bottom row called Face of Courage, Fact of Protection, Hope, Purpose, then put Balance, and then Rain, these are what these things do combined. It says for Courage we have your Arc, Solar, and Void Void abilities. Increase damage on inflicted targets with darkness. So basically if I freeze them or use Strand, I would gain double damage for that combined. Now here's the difference that people might not understand. When they say darkness, darkness is Strand and stasis. Light, when you use that, you would need Fire, Void, or Arc abilities to use. So then we have these combined. You'll need where it says Protection. While surrounded by competence, while you are transcendence, you have to be transcendent to make this thing work, which means you'll be incoming damage resistant. Now as for the elemental buff, this will allow when you have an elemental buff or something that gives you a boost, basically it regenerates your abilities more quickly. Now if you put Purpose, this will allow you to create frost armor. As long as you pick up an overpower, you gain frost armor for stasis, restoration for healing, amplified, which is arc, and woven mail and overshield for every class. Overshield for every class, but basically woven mail for Strand. Now if you put the Balance, this will rapidly regenerate grenade energy combined. Now if you put the increased size of burst, this is where that crystal stuff actually goes in. Now you saw the burst of my weapons, watch it now. It has a much more larger effect. Now as you see, my prismatic thing is now charged. To gain that big giant boost for the light damage, I have to use a weapon for fire, arc, or void. So let's use the Time Worn. So I'm going to get these couple headshots right here. Die, damn gremlin. Let me just get my battle rifle out real quick. I call this the Halo Battle Rifle. You can get this from, it's crafted, but you guys can get this from the Dares of Eternity missions. As you can see, this will now cause my light energy to boost. To gain prismatic, you will need to cause light energy from void, fire, or arc. To get the dark side, you have to have both classes charged. Like I said, a dark is stasis and strand. And we almost have it recharged. Hold still, Gremlin. And now we have the prismatic class, which is now charged. I'm gonna do this and do this. Now here comes the prismatic class. Hi guys, give me a hug. I'm lonely. Come on guys, you can give me a hug. The prismatic class is a combination of void and stasis combined. As you can see, long as I keep on getting kills with this class, I can keep on keeping the prismatic charged. So long as they're getting damage, I can keep on doing this combined. And that there is the prismatic and every broken class I have broke. Please like this video. I'll be posting this on TikTok and YouTube. Also, to give a quick shout out, this is my friend Green Tie Guy. To check out my channels, just type in my username I'm about to show on TikTok, Twitch, Streamlabs, and YouTube. They're all the same name. So let me just pause my game. As I said, my Streamlabs account, TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube channel is all the same name. It does not have the SPFW, that is the clan name. It also does not have the name 1969, which is the hashtag. It's just the word KillProYT official. Hope you guys enjoy my broken class. Please leave a comment and a like that you say it worked. So if this video worked for you to build overpowered refresh classes, please let me know if it worked for you, and I hope it actually helps you make you become a god in Destiny 2. Hope you guys enjoy. Hello guys, welcome to YouTube. This is another video. Then to the previous video that combined to this video, I forgot to mention my fire build. So most of my weapons cannot be tamed. I don't know about the dragon no more, but this is a continuous fire damage build. You've already seen most of my classes. This is actually my fire damage build, which I'll be showing you if you have the dragon. And first of all, we'll start the dragon. The dragon rocket launcher, if you do have it from last season, is one of the most broken things. Now, if you don't have the dragon or the minigun, which is from the Guardian games, which is the Harapent, you can always use fire soul grenades or stuff like that. So this is what I would recommend doing, but let me just give you guys a demonstration. Better luck next time. Ooh. Now, as you can see, I'm gonna severely kill this thing, so give me a second. Let's stack that fire damage. And it's already dead. There we go. There you have it. There's my fire build. Now, if you don't have your super equipped from this, this is what I would recommend. Now, without this new super build, this is what I mean. And after you kill something with this rocket launcher, you'll drop compensate flame, which is called spirits, fire spirits. Now the way to get rid of this is do this. The more compensate you have, the more damage it'll do. And you can see it is a 3-shot if you were to use solar grenades with it. Now, if you don't use solar grenades, this is what I mean by this. So let's grab this. Put down the healing rift. Wait for this thing to go so I don't use the Hellion. Once you tag the armor, then hit it again. The dragon is actually a 2-shot build. Now I'm going to go over here to get rid of these guys so I can show you my damage build for fire. There are a lot of great weapons to use for this besides the dragon, but this is just my continuous damage build. So let me just show you guys this. Now, you know, if you don't have this weapon, I mean, there are others that do continuous damage, like the Skybender's Oath. That's another great one. Great burning effects, but this is truly the way to go. Now, it doesn't matter what the super is. I mean, it sort of does, but if you had Song of Flame, it causes more damage. But if you don't have the newer DLC Final Shape, choose Daybreak. All it matters is you to use your aspects and fragments with the solar grenade. Touch of Flame, which will increase that duration and the lava blob of the solar grenade. People say, oh, how is your solar grenade creating that blob it spits out? It's actually Touch of Flame. Now, if you don't have the newer DLC, you won't have Hellion. So, if you don't have Hellion, either choose Ikara's Dash or choose the Heat Rises. These are the fragments I'm using. This will create that unstoppable damage for stacking of fire. For example, I'm going to use all 3 of my abilities on the boss to show you what stacking does. Come back here. Get out of here. I'll take that. Now we're going to attack the boss with all 3 abilities. And there we go. That'll actually cause numerous stacks of fire damage. So, what stacking does, if I kill someone with a burning laser weapon, then a rocket launcher, solar grenade, and then super, it'll stack that burning completely and make it overpowered. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. And, like I said, if you don't have Dragon to do this build, it's fine. You can use Sky's Burner Oath or other weapons to create the continuous fire damage. Hopefully my broken builds will help everyone out. Like I said, please do me a favor, give a like, share this to your friends if they need help making godly overpowered builds. And yes, all my builds are a refresh god tier build. Basically, my build allows me to regenerate abilities super fast. Hope you guys enjoy.